is there any, what are the next steps?
So for me, it's just I'm at the limit of my knowledge with the parameter. Is it even a possibility for us that we might want to pursue? So that's my kind of bit of limit of knowledge, because I know that when we were looking just before kind of going live in the last couple of months, parameters on P cards were looked into by V&B to see if we could lock things down. I don't know with this specific one about lock description if it could work, if it couldn't work. It was more the other ones that we wanted to lock down.
Sure. Do you have a view on this? Or does this need to be discussed further with Armine?
P cards were looked into by V&B to see if we could lock.
In this setup.
Right.
I suppose it's I'm picking your brains in the last couple of days we have with you. Well, that I certainly have with you. So I'm going to be asking lots of questions to get your knowledge. Because otherwise, like, I don't think we want to start playing about with parameters.
Would you have time to have another conversation with Armine? I mean, you had a conversation with Armine, and then you'll see if there's anything else. If you've discussed with Armine already, or do you need a further conversation with Armine?
Yeah, I just thought I would bring it up in case Joanna recalls anything different, but I'll see if, because Armine says leave it with me. I'm just thought I'd bring it up here so everyone has sight of it.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll come back to this, I think, certainly next week when these are supposed to be fixed, because I can imagine this might end up being a phase 2, or just in terms of the nature of who you need to discuss this with, how long that will take. It might turn into a CR request that needs to be thoroughly assessed, and the amount of work that will go around it, or you guys decide to turn around to Mark and say, understand what your issue is, but it's a bigger issue affecting a smaller population. If we change it, it's going to become possibly a smaller issue affecting a wider population, and we can't have that. Either way, that's a UEL decision. But okay, thank you. Unless anyone else has anything else to say on this, I'll move on. Okay. Vic, if this is definitely not going to be a fix after your conversations with Armine,
I think it's a won't do. I think it might. I think we won't do it now. But the bit of trying to get knowledge off of V&B is like, is it compatible with our build? That's it, and then I'll close the ticket.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Right. We have spoken about that. We haven't spoken about this. So next one, 4863. Registered transaction workflow inquiry report amended request. It appears supply field is mandatory for both the following reports. However, registered transaction workflow. Pardon?
Sorry, I'm not muted and I laughed.
Sorry. However, the registered transaction workflow inquiry needs you to manually retype supply code, whereas the other report, if you type the supplier name, supply ID will pop up. This sounds like a request for a change. This was spoken when created and the Tashbot approved, since the ones using it should know what supply they need. Also, that cannot be changed.
Yeah, no. So basically, I think what she's asking for is type ahead. But I said to take the type ahead off of it on that particular one for the workflow one. Because essentially, if they're checking the workflow of a particular invoice, they should know what supplier it is. So no, we're not turning it on. Because we don't want them to rely on it.
Okay. How do you want to close this out?
I spoke to her already about it. Even on when it went live, I spoke to her. I can speak to her again. Was it Najmina?
Yeah. I
can speak to her again.
Yeah, could you, once you speak to her, could you please put in oh my Lord, what have we just done there? Could you please close this out, mark it as resolved, because it sounds like it's going to be BAU and none of the other options. BAU, I'm going to put fix for 31st of the 10th, and by fix I mean resolve. Once you're happy with it, if you tag it to me or just mark it as resolved, it'd be great to just have a closing comment. If you select reply to customer as opposed to internal note, it will go to them.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That'll be great, and I will put that in the chat. Hi, JP, thanks for joining. Okay. Right, so that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks, Philippe, for putting that info in as well. Right, P card oddities at mass posting. Are not generated at mass posting, lines not generated to balance to 331042, or lines disappearing, posted to GL or intercompany suspense.
Yeah, right. I read this one this morning. But I didn't have the time to investigate yet, so I will work on it today.
Okay.
Irene said yesterday that you might have been investigating something similar for Patricia, where something was kind of unbalanced and posting to the intercompany suspense account. So it might be something similar, might not.
I'm not sure, because you're talking about mass posting here.
Yeah, it's expenses. Yeah, it's not consistent. It's only a small number of transactions that it's happening to, but for some reason it seems to be saving as not being balanced and then putting weird stuff to weird places.
I don't think it will be related, but I will have a look.
Okay, thank you. I've tagged this as a possible project defect, but just FYI.
I mean, I think it's doing something wrong, and I can't see that it would be user error that would allow this through. You know, there should be checks and stuff, but yeah, it's proving it.
It might be. I mean, is mass postings available as a function?
Yeah. Only to the AP team, and they don't do it at this point. It's a system step.
Yeah, so maybe it's the system doing it wrong, but I have to test.
Okay, thank you. We'll leave it with you, Sharona. Does this need to be linked to the other P card items that we have?
No, this seems independent, this one.
Okay. Thanks. Okay.
Sorry, can I just ask Victoria about that ticket? Just to be sure, it's not affecting any payment, is it, to the expense claim?
No. So what I did was I looked in the intercompany suspense account for anything that was travel transaction type, and they're all the ones, every single one was spotted in the P card rec. So it's only the ones that are P card, which are system posted ones, rather than all the expense ones where David's AP's doing it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Next one, 2442, which we spoke about yesterday. Vic, another one of yours you are still investigating. Has this progressed at all?
It has, but I just didn't type it up yesterday evening.
Okay.
I will do today. It's for me to check with Sean something, and then I don't. It's not the issue I was worried about is not an issue, but there is still something odd happening with the supplier group relation on a small proportion of things coming over on the iTrent interface. So yeah. I will update it and I'll liaise with Sean.
Okay, and is it a project defect, do you think? Or
is it a defect? I mean, it's something to do with, well, it's the integration. So it's not an ERPX thing, I don't think. I think it's what we're passing through and what we're asking it to do.
Let's.
And does it have any terrible impact? I don't think.
Is it something we're going to need V&B to look at?
No, it'd be Sean.
Right, I've classified that as BAU then.
That's going to be a challenge as well with IT because they're quite busy.
Okay. But so
I don't think it's a big problem. It's only affected like 8 records or something where the relation is actually missing. We can't figure out what from first look why it would be failing on those ones and not others. So
is there a workaround
I mean, I can just add the relation manually and then maybe try and make a browser to spot when it happens and alert us. So
okay. Okay, I'll let you update this, please.
We'll do it today, promise.
Thank you. If you haven't articulated somewhere in here that this is limited to, I think somewhere in here you're saying, has it been populated since August? I think you.
Do you want me to edit that first thing? Because I don't know how we.
No, it's okay. I mean, you can just edit. You just click. I think you just click in here and double click, and you can edit. But it's not that. It's more. This reads like there's been a massive problem since August, right?
That's what I was worried about.
If you then have found so far, as part of the investigation, we've seen that this affects 8 records so far, and there's a manual way to possibly update these, and your investigations continue. This might turn into a BAU ticket that, isn't fixed by the 31st, and it drops to be a low priority because your fears that you had have been allayed. There's 8 records and you can deal with it. And then what's going through my mind is at some point we need to have a cold look at these items, and it's medium, but maybe by next Tuesday it's a low, or later this week. It's just to constantly reassess. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought, or actually no, it really is pretty bad. We need someone looking at this as soon as possible. Okay, thanks, Vic. We'll leave that there unless anyone has any other comments. Right, the other one, the next one on the list, Unit 4 login. This is part of my PDR. Why does Bella need
user access?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just a user access request.
Yeah.
She hasn't indicated what.
No, what do they want? Why do they want it? New user form, please. And then if it's anything else other than expenses, they need line manager approval. We went through this, me and Rabbins together yesterday, so Rabbins the best person to.
Magic. Rabbins, go reply to them. Tell them what they need to do. And if they need to submit a form, then have them submit the form and we can close the ticket. Please and thank you. But definitely go back and reply to them and have that chat with them first. Thanks very much. Okay. Another access request by Mira. I've submitted my claims previously via Unit 4. Please give me access to ERPX. I need to submit research claims incurred in August. Again,
another Rabbins one.
Rabbins,
definitely.
You are just loving these new users. Well done. Good. Next one. This one we spoke about yesterday. Non-PO invoices not being received. Tash, are you on the call? He was. He is.
He's just messaging. He's back.
Hi, sorry.
Marvelous. Well timed, Tash. Right. So, what is happening here? Is this one still awaiting review? Has it gone? Has anything since been processed since Friday? Can we close this?
Yeah, still. I think it's more now on proactive issues. So I think it's on their side. They are working on that. So I don't know how long they'll fix it. I don't have it's not fixed yet. so it's still on practice. I'm gonna have to chase them today again.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you telling me that no non-POs have been processed?
Yeah,
It's not
only
just-
non-PO. Only non-POs.
Okay, so how many?
Oh, that one.
You see,
I think there was about 20, because I told the team to stop processing any non-PO for now until this issue has been resolved. Otherwise, we'll be sending invoices.
okay.
Yeah, there was about 20 of them. I need to count. Yeah.
I think it's worthwhile to understand how many are impacted. You can attach them here.
Yeah.
And so you can then know what you need to go back and release or process when practice is working again. Do we raise the tickets with practice? I know we do with Unit 4.
Accounts payable do. The AP team have access to directly raise tickets with practice.
So Tash, do you need to get in touch with the AP team and get them to raise a ticket, or is it just via email?
Tash is the AP team.
Yes,
that's he is the man. Okay. I'm assuming, Tash, have you raised an issue with Proactis, presumably?
Yes, I did.
Okay, account support, yeah.
Right.
But
worthwhile recording the ticket.
Any other, because I have a feeling sometimes I was feeling to call them because raising a ticket sometimes is taking them time to come back. I don't know if anyone have any another contact details for them, so I can physically ring them to speed up the process. I don't know.
Tash, I'll have a quick look, because they sent some documentation through to us when they did the handover from project to BAU. That had the details of contact for support. I'll see if there's anything in there. I'll share those documents. I'll forward those links to you as well. But let me have a quick look and see if there's anything there with a telephone number. But I think most of it gets reported, sadly, through their ticketing portal. But worst case, you've got account manager as well. So you could always contact the account manager. But while you guys carry on, let me see if I can find how to access support.
Okay.
No worries.
All right. Once you have the information, it's worthwhile recording in here the practice ticket ID, the number of non-POs you think are affected, and so you can then, once it's all resolved, you can quickly pick this up and kind of run with it to issue the POs. But that's on you, sir. Right. So what are we doing with this anymore? I didn't tag them. This is a BAU, and this is a fix for the 31st, and this is the BAU fix for the 31st as well. Okay. Right. That's it for today. Is Andrew on the call? No. Okay. Right. Andrew. Does anybody have any specific tickets to discuss now? Silence as well. Okay. So we have one of our high tickets were closed out yesterday. This is the sending of emails to the Vice Chancellor. Joanna saw the update. Thank you very much. We're now left with 3 high tickets. Carrie, FYI, the number this morning read 40. It's now down to 36. The stats are slightly off, but I don't think that's material. And if you need them reissued, I can do so, but maybe do so ahead of the meeting tomorrow. With an update. It's up to you.
We've got final walkthrough with Andrew Corty later today, and then we'll be publishing the pack. So it'll be as of close of business today will be the numbers we'll use, whatever I've got.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'll see if I can reissue.
But we could do lunchtime. Okay. Yeah, I could do a quick scan again just to see, and then, or it's midday, and we say it's a midday stamp, and that's where we're at.
Okay. Okay. Anything from anyone else? Okay, JP, not chasing you, but you were quite happy with a couple of tickets yesterday that you just needed to review, and then that looked positive. So hopefully the numbers will drop down and by 1 or 2 items as well once you've got round to that. If anyone sees Andrew, tap him on the shoulder and tell him to action his ticket or reply to whatever's been gone into the email. That's it from me. Anything from anyone else? Cool. All right. Enjoy your days. Look after yourself. Chat to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.